a top-level container that is going to house a OMDB API prototype that's going to get us started with interacting with this remote API that we're looking here, right? The API that allows us to interact with a couple of movies, right? This one right here. Okay. So for that, what I'd like to be able to do maybe is to try and see if we can hit this API and retrieve some data, right? How about the query that we were looking at earlier? Where do we put it? Let's see. Is it here? No, it's I think I have it here. Yeah, let's try and hit this and retrieve information about one of our favorite movies. Let's say maybe Batman. Okay, there it is. So let's try and do this instead of doing it manually here from the URL. Let's try and do it from a container. All right, so let's grab this. And from our container here in our OMDB API prototype container, let's see if we can retrieve some information. All right, so let's maybe we can do that in as the prototype is being loaded. That'd be a good time, perhaps either in the constructor or in the component did mount, for a good chance to go and fetch some data. Okay, so let's create here a constructor that grabs some initial props, and we're going to set our parents props here. And in our component did mount, perhaps this is a good time to go and fetch some information. So we can do that with fetch and use that as the URL, which we've just pasted in there. And we know that this is going to return some information, a response from a server, which we're going to parse. We're going to parse here. We're going to say response.json, and that's going to come back with some movies or some data. This will be the actual response, and we're going to just print it out in the console. Let's see if that comes back. Right. Let's refresh our React app, and let's inspect the console, see if we indeed were able to fetch some data in the console. All right, let's see. Let's refresh. Let's see. It doesn't look like our component printed anything. Content script. No, that's the widget reducer. Let's see. Why is our component? Are we even coming in here? Component did mount. All right, let's see our network. Did the network go out? Let's see. S-Batman, there it is. So it did go out. It did go out. And it actually came back. So it did go out to the server. It did come back, but it's not printing in the console. Why is it not printing in the console? Reducer, yada, yada, yada. We're getting some errors here. Doesn't look like we're getting any errors. Let's see, this fetch input, OMDB. So that's coming back. So the response, oh, log nothing. Very good. Let's try that again. All right, look at that. Yes, we are now printing the response from the server back in here. Excellent. Right? And what we'd like to be able to do maybe is render this array from in a component. So let's build a component that we can pass this list, this array of movies, and then maybe print it out there. Okay, so let's try and doing that next.